Hey mama, do you sometimes find yourself scratching your head on how to bring up a tough topic with your teenage daughter? Do you fear how you approach a hard topic with your daughter will shut her down? Well, today we're tackling this topic of communicating about tough topics. We'll explore how to approach difficult conversations about sex, drugs, and alcohol, and create a judgment-free zone and provide accurate information and resources for you. So stick around. Here we go. Hey mama, welcome to Raising Her Confidently. Do you want to have open communication with your teen daughter? Do you find yourself constantly thinking about how to talk to your teen or why your girl is not opening up to you? Do you wake up with confident intentions only to feel confused and frustrated when all you get are one-word answers from your daughter again? Hey, I'm Jeannie. I too was a mom raising young teens. I too felt grieved by the loss of my sweet, talkative little girl. I wanted her to come to me about anything, even if she was scared, and listen to my advice. But I kept thinking, she won't listen to me, and I don't know how to approach her until I found tools to create open communication. In this podcast, you will find how to connect and talk to your teen and create a safe space for her to go to so that you will have that close relationship you dreamed of. Go grab your glass of Merlot and throw off those fuzzy slippers, and let's dig in together. I got a chance to talk with Carly, who came to me not knowing what to do with her suddenly rebellious and disengaged girl. Her daughter ignored her and would lock herself in her room just to avoid her mom. Carly felt rejected, frustrated, and alone having to deal with this. And after seeking for answers and solutions to her frustrating challenges, she decided to enroll in the Talk to Your Teen Girl framework. I am celebrating this with her after taking this course and implementing what she has learned. Her teen girl tells her this: "You are my safe person. Home is my safe place." Now, this level of connection bridged in just a few short weeks of Talk to Your Teen Girl framework. You're probably wondering, what exactly is in the Talk to Your Teen Girl framework? Well, I'm a visual person, so I get you. I like to be able to visualize exactly what I'm getting into, and I like seeing the steps to fully grasp what I'd be doing, so I totally get it. So here it is. In this course, you get access to 5 modules, which you can implement at your own pace. Typically, they are about 1 week each. You have access to a private Facebook Mom Tried community. You get a workbook containing your communication action plan and notes from the modules. Plus, I'm not done, 2 bonuses. Not 1, but 2. 52 date ideas with your teen daughter, 11-page resource guide, and never run out of things to talk about with your daughter. Endless questions in various topics you can ask your girl. I believe in equipping moms with resources and tools ready at hand's length to use and utilize at any given time. Now, if you are still trying to grasp what this looks like, come visit talktoyourteengirl.com where I lay it out all for you. Now hurry, because prices go up in the fall. You need to take advantage of the current prices now. Now head on over to talktoyourteengirl.com before they go up. I remember, and if you've been listening to my podcast episode for a while, you will recall this story when I had my first menstrual cycle, and my sex talk from my mom was, "You're a lady now, stay away from boys." And that was it. I actually had sex education in school as a 6th grader, and I went to a Catholic school. So we were very limited on the information. It was very biological, but there was no relational tie to that sex talk, which I feel is 70% of the act of sex, or the question and the hard topic for girls to want to have sex. Yes, it's biological. Yes, we explain how it all works, how we procreate, but I think 70% of it is also relational and emotional, and that is something we need to address as well, right? Maybe because it leads to the choices of our friendship circles and drugs and alcohol and all those hard things to talk about, right, Mama? If you are with me and understand, like, oh my gosh, my daughter is either not yet doing this, but I anticipate that she may, or I know she's a good girl, but how do I bring up these topics without giving her the idea of doing that? Or maybe you have a tough season with your daughter and she is a very strong-willed girl, and have these topics yet to discuss with her because you know you need to have them like ASAP. And as moms, we know that some conversations are harder than others, especially when it comes to topics like sex, drugs, and alcohol. It's natural to feel a bit uneasy or even uncomfortable or even scared, but these discussions are crucial for guiding your daughter through adolescence safely and confidently. I'm going to talk about some tips on how to approach these tough topics. I'm not here to tell you how you should parent your daughter, what your stance is on sex, drugs, and alcohol, but I'm here to give you some tips and strategies on how to approach these topics. So, number 1, choose the right time and place. Choose the right time and place. Timing and setting are everything. It's everything. We don't want to do this in a public restaurant where it's sensitive information, where you expect your daughter to open up about these type of topics. She won't. I can guarantee you she won't. Find a quiet, private moment where you won't be interrupted. Avoid starting these conversations when either of you are stressed or even rushed. I always say set an appointment. Give your daughter some time to plan and prepare to have a tough conversation. And Talk to Your Teen Girl framework, I actually give moms who take this course a template on conflict resolution. It's simply structured and planned so that you are prepared and take the emotion out. Yes, it'll be emotionally high because it is a hard topic. Like I said, 70% of most hard topics have to do with emotions and our relationship with the people we're talking to, right? So having something written will help us stay focused, but also strategies on when to table conversations are taught in the Talk to Your Teen Girl framework, which I feel like is so important to equip moms, because half the time these type of conversations aren't done at the right time. They're done as a part of a reaction or a trigger from either a behavior or something that was said by your daughter or even by mom. And then it spirals into this huge ordeal of past circumstances when you're not even covering the actual topic at hand, right? So choose the right time and place. Choose the right time and place. Be open. Second is be open and honest. Be open and honest. Start with openness. Use phrases like, I know this can be awkward, but it's important we talk about it. Or I know you probably don't want to talk about this right now, but I feel like it's an important topic that we both need to address. Honesty builds trust. Honesty builds trust. So does vulnerability, quite honestly. Being honest and vulnerable are almost hand in hand. Share your own experiences if appropriate to show empathy and understanding while you are covering these hard topics. And lastly, ask open-ended questions. Ask open-ended questions. Encourage your daughter to share her thoughts and feelings by asking open-ended questions. Instead of, do you understand what drugs are? Try, what have you heard about drugs? See how we reword these questions? Instead of saying, do you understand what drugs are? Which comes across very accusatory, like you're already telling her that she's doing drugs. Instead, what have you heard about drugs? It's very third person. You're not saying that she's doing drugs, but you want to bring up the topic. Second is, so first was approaching difficult conversations. Second, in communicating hard topics, is creating a judgment-free zone. Creating a judgment-free zone is essential for fostering honest discussions. Your daughter needs to feel safe and respected, even when discussing difficult and sensitive topics. Now, here's how to do that. Listen more than you speak. Listen more than you speak. Let your daughter express herself fully before you respond. This shows that you value her perspective and are there to support, not judge her. Okay? Second, to creating a judgment-free zone, avoid immediate reactions. Avoid immediate reactions. And this is hard. I talk about keeping your neutral face. I show my feelings on my face, and this this is something that I've learned to, in certain circumstances, to always use, like, practice my neutral face. Meaning, am I using any muscles in my face at all? Then I'm expressing some type of emotion on my face. So avoid immediate reactions. Try to stay calm. And even if what you hear is shocking or concerning, take a moment to process before responding. Okay? Take a moment to process. What I mean by process it is, what is she really saying when she says this? What is she really saying when she says this? Reacting strongly can shut down the conversation, quite honestly. And maybe you've experienced this. I've experienced this a lot. And reacting strongly, which is tone, right? Voice level, body language, can shut down the conversation. Your daughter can pick that up really quick. And then the third to creating a judgment-free zone is use positive reinforcement. I want you to acknowledge her courage for opening up. Yes, acknowledge her courage. I appreciate you telling me this. I'm glad you told me this. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me. Having this positive reinforcement encourages ongoing communication. You're saying it is safe for you to say that to me. Third tip in creating a communication about hard topics is providing accurate information and resources. I want you to come equipped with accurate information and resources. This is about building trust, so you need to be able to have things that are really factual and true, right? Once the conversation is open and judge-free, it's crucial to provide accurate information and helpful resources. This equips your daughter. Remember, these hard conversations is not about your opinion. This is about truly keeping your daughter safe, right? Keeping your daughter safe and equipping her to make good judgment for herself. So you're equipping your daughter with knowledge to make informed decisions. Here's how to ensure she gets the right information. First is do your research. Before having these conversations, right, use that template and the Talk to Your Teen Girl framework, the conflict resolution template. This is a great way for you to make sure you have informed research. Reliable websites, books, and experts can provide up-to-date and accurate information. And it's not about you. You are saying, so-and-so, Dr. So-and-so says this about this topic. You are doing the research. It's not from you. It's not your opinion. It's fact from a reliable source. Share resources together. That's the second in providing accurate information and resources. Look at websites, read articles, or watch educational videos together. This can help her feel more engaged and less alone in navigating these topics. You are helping her do the work to be informed, not by emotion or relationship, but by facts, through research, and from credible people, right? Now, whatever your value is, ours is a faith, and it has to align, right? It aligns with whether you are a person of faith or your cultural background, whatever it is, and make sure you back up your fact with another fact. When my kids were growing up doing papers, research papers in high school, or even finding information on Instagram or TikTok, I'm like, okay, it's not a fact until you find 5 other resources that agree with it. 5 other resources that agree with it. And this is such a great way and great time for you to do that together on important topics. So and the third is encourage critical thinking. Encourage critical thinking. Teach her to question what she hears from friends, media, and online, right? Basically, doing your research, making sure that it's indeed verified as fact. Help her understand how to verify facts and discern credible sources. Look up the people that are saying this. How much research have they been doing? Do they have a good background and good track record, right? Before you believe it. This helps her become informed. And another thing, Mama, you're guiding her to do the research, but you want her to form her own, which will likely align with what you were saying all along about how you view these specific topics of sex, drugs, and alcohol. And it doesn't become your fault, Mama. You are a proponent for her to find out the information. Navigating tough topics with your tween and teen might seem daunting, but remember the goal is to keep the lines of communication open and honest. By approaching these conversations with care, creating a judgment-free zone, and providing accurate information, you're empowering your daughter to make informed choices and develop into a confident young woman. Mama, I am for you. I am here to help you, equip you with tools and resources to have these conversations, especially with the hard topics. But it starts with the simple ones. And if the simple ones are already hard, the hard topic ones are going to even be harder. Talk to Your Teen Girl framework really does walk you step by step, starting with the simple conversations of just even having her open up. And that's by creating two things: a safe environment and controlling your response, making sure she feels heard. That's all she wants. She wants to feel safe. She wants to feel heard. And Talk to Your Teen Girl framework really walks you step by step so that you can have these conversations, hard topic conversations, openly without you being the bad guy, but really a proponent for her to do her research, for her to make great, confident decisions for herself. Now, if that's you and you're like, yes, I need this, I even need to just know how to have a simple conversation with her, then go to talktoyourteengirl.com and check out Talk to Your Teen Girl framework. Again, prices are going to go up in the fall, so take advantage of the current price right now. That's talktoyourteengirl.com.
Hey friend, if this podcast inspired you or encouraged you or helped you in any way, I'd love for you to share it. You can screenshot this episode and share it in your stories on social media or text it to a friend who can use the support. It's the best way you can thank me. I want to let other mamas know they are not alone. I'd love to stay connected with you. You can find me at raisingherconfidently.com. Until next time, live full of grace, Jeannie.